Now to Sussex County, where the fate of the so-called Earl Bradley home could be decided tonight. You may recall the owners of the property are trying to have it demolished. But first, some background on Bradley. Earl Bradley, often considered the most horrific pedophile in U.S. history. He molested some 103 children as young as 3 months old while working as a Lewis pediatrician. He is currently behind bars serving multiple life sentences. Our Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Kozlov joins us live from Lewis in front of that home on Savannah Road. And Evan, the property owner needs permission from the Historic Preservation Commission before it can be torn down.
Right, and that is a big roadblock because you see this home right here is in the historic district. That makes demolition pretty difficult, but by the end of the night through this public hearing, there should be a decision. 344 Savannah, just a home, but one that serves as a gruesome reminder for many in town. That's because it belonged to notorious child predator Earl Bradley. And on Thursday night at a public hearing in front of the Historic Preservation Commission, people will get their chance to argue for and against demolition. Laura Luzier has the opinion of many that the house should be destroyed.
For the victims, it probably brings back a lot of bad emotions, a lot of terrible thoughts if they drive by of what happened and who lived there.
And this is the argument from the applicant as well. The Bethel United Methodist Church was given the property as a donation and has had trouble selling it due to the stigma attached to it. And so now, despite the historic nature of the home, they're trying to tear it down instead. We're asking the commission to make an exception, said Pastor Earl Baker in a statement, because Bradley's heinous acts were so unparalleled in American history. But demolition in the historic district is a tough sell, according to chairperson Elaine Simmerman. In a statement, she tells us, quote, "We're bound very tightly by the regulations of the town," continuing, "It's our goal to stay objective about this." Neighbor Patrick Keating agrees, saying the home should stay.
Are you going to tear the top off of BB Hospital because the doctor practiced there? Tear up the streets because he walked on them? I don't excuse Dr. Bradley's crimes, but he's in jail. He's incarcerated. What about the 100 people who lived here in the century before Dr. Bradley?
So for now, the historic home remains, but for how long remains unclear. The public hearing will begin in about 20 minutes over at the Lewis City Hall. Simmerman tells me they are expected to have a vote tonight. Reporting here in Sussex County, Evan Kozlov for WVOC News. Guys.
All right, Evan, thanks very much. Now, the Bethel United Methodist Church has compiled a list of more than a dozen reasons why it thinks the house should be demolished. You can read through that list. That is tonight's Web Extra on WVOC.com.